Hello everyone, I'm Dragons After Dark, and today we're continuing our pet collecting around Azeroth and Beyond series with Moonglade, Winterspring, and Felwood. We're doing this 100% by zone, which will cover everything from wild pets to achievements, dungeons, quests, rare drops, and so on. During the video, we'll be going over the locations of the pet, different skins, and suggested breeds. Keep in mind for the breeds it's purely a suggestion on my part, but I will be giving a short explanation on why I'd choose that particular breed. Overall, most pets are filler, so breed isn't super important, and you can always go back and catch another if you find you need a different breed, so don't stress too much about it. Also, I will mention if a pet is cageable, so if you don't want to farm for it, you can just stop by your local auction house and grab one. So, let's get started. Let's start off with Moonglade. Moonglade is on the northern end of Kalimdor, nestled in a pocket formed by Darkshore, Felwood, and Winterspring, and its pet level is 15 to 16. The pets with asterisks by their names are the ones that can also be found in other zones, so you'll see them on other lists that come up. The first pet we have is the Forest Moth, and can be found in select locations around Moonglade. The Forest Moth comes in 4 skins: blue with purple wings, red with green wings, white with black spots, and yellow with blue wings, and 4 breeds. None of the breeds are particularly spectacular in power or speed stats, which leaves us with health. Given that flyers keep a speed buff as long as they're above 50% health, you might want the Health Speed, HS, or Health Balance, HB breeds to push you over the 1600 HP to keep that buff a little longer. The rabbit will only show up as a secondary pet in a battle, making it a little difficult to hunt for specifically here. You might have better luck waiting for another zone, like Elwyn Forest, the Red Ridge Mountains near Lakeshire, a couple of spots in the Stone Talon Mountains, but your best bet will be Stormwind City proper. This pet comes in 2 skins, brown and white, and 6 breeds. A good rule of thumb for rabbits is the faster the better. Its moveset is very suited to speed with flurry, dodge, and burrow, so I'd recommend either the speed or ninja breed, SS, or the speed balance, SB breeds. An SS breed will get you 357 speed with only 227 power, but if you're looking for one that might have a little more oomph, the SB has 322 speed and 240 power. The Silky Moth currently shows as having 1 confirmed location in Moonglade, southwest of the Stormrage Barrow Dens. However, if you're looking for a specific skin or breed, they have a much higher spawn in Mount Hyjal. The Silky Moth comes in 4 skins: blue with purple wings, gray with black spots, white with black spots, and beige and blue with brown spots, and 3 breeds. Since none of the moths have large variations in health and not too much variations in power, we want to look at speed. A speed breed, or SS, will get us a 357 speed stat, though the other 2 breeds still come in at over 300 speed with a little more power. If you need something with a little more oomph, the Speed Balance, or SB, will get you 257 power and 322 speed, which isn't too shabby. The squirrel will only show up as a secondary pet in a battle here, making it a little difficult to hunt for specifically. You might have better luck waiting for another zone, like Feralis or Terrakar Forest, but Stormwind City proper has the most spawn points. The standard squirrel comes in 1 skin and 5 breeds. Aside from Crouch, there's nothing about the squirrel's moves that stand out as benefiting from speed, but since we aren't seeing big power stats, I'd grab something with speed, like the Pure Speed SS or the Speed Balance SB breeds, to make sure you can crouch sooner. You do also benefit from being faster than the enemy in combination with Stampede and the Shattered Defenses debuff, because if you're faster in using this, it'll leave the enemy with 2 rounds of Shattered Defenses for your next pet versus 1 if you're slower. Lunar Festival is a WoW holiday that runs for roughly 2 weeks and generally occurs anytime between late January and mid-February. I won't go too much into these pets here since I'll go over them in a Lunar Festival video, but you can purchase these pets from Valadar Starsong for 50 coins of ancestry. Horde are able to purchase the Festival Lantern, and the Alliance can purchase the Lunar Lantern, but they are cageable, so you can drop by your auction house to purchase the cross-faction pet if you don't wish to make a character opposite of your preferred faction. And that's it for Moonglade, so on to Winterspring. Winterspring is located in northeastern Kalimdor, east of Felwood, and north of Azure, and the pet level here is 17 to 18. The pets with asterisks by their names are the ones that can also be found in other zones, so you'll see them on other lists that come up. The Alpine Chipmunk can be found just about anywhere in Winterspring. The Alpine Chipmunk comes in 1 skin and 6 breeds. The 2 breeds that stand out to me are the SS breed, to make sure you can crouch sooner. You also benefit from being faster than the enemy in combination with Stampede and the Shattered Defenses debuff, because if you're faster in using this, it'll leave the enemy with 2 rounds of Shattered Defenses for your next pet, versus 1 if you're slower. Whereas, if you already have some speedy squirrels and you're looking for something with power, the Health Power or HP breed is okay at 289 power, but in general, I'd go with the SS. The Alpine Hare can be found just about anywhere in Winterspring. The Alpine Hare comes in 1 skin, white, and 3 breeds. A good rule of thumb for rabbits is the faster the better. Its moveset is very suited to speed, with flurry, dodge, and burrow, so I'd recommend the speed or ninja breed SS. An SS breed will get you 357 speed with only 227 power, but if you're looking for one that might have a little more oomph, the Health Balance or HB has 292 speed and 257 power. The Anodized Robo-Cub can be found around Everlook. The Anodized Robo-Cub comes in 1 skin and 2 breeds. The Robo-Cub has a somewhat disjointed moveset. Unless you have some kind of hit buff, I don't recommend using Demolish. And while it does have Maul, unless you have another pet set up Bleed on the enemy, its damage potential isn't quite realized. That said, if you're able to set up for either one of those for the Robo-Cub, it'd be helpful to have power behind those attacks, so I'd go for the Health Power or HP breed. The Crystal Spider can be found around Lake Kelthoril and in Frost Whisper Gorge. The Crystal Spider comes in 1 skin and 2 breeds. Since the Crystal Spider is part of a small list of pets with Crystal Prison, which can be nice to get the enemy NPC to swap pets, giving you an extra round of doing damage while taking none, as long as you're not fighting a critter, I'd go for the Health Speed or HS breed. Though the BB isn't without its merits at 292 power. It'll really just depend on what you need the spider for. The Rabid Nut Varmint 5000 can be found around Everlook. The Rabid Nut Varmint 5000 comes in 1 skin and a whopping 8 breeds. However, most of them are kind of junk breeds. Given the RNV's moves here, I'd recommend the Pure Speed or SS breed. Any kind of defensive move, like extra plating, will always benefit from your pet being faster than the enemy. And the RNV also has Thrash, which gets a bonus hit for the pet being faster than the enemy. The Robo-Chick can be found around Everlook. The Robo-Chick comes in 1 skin and 6 breeds. The best breed for this pet is going to depend on what your primary use will be. If you're going to use its standard mechanical moves, then you'll want speed for the bonus hit to batter, and being able to heal first and get wind-up off before you die is also helpful. If you're using it to go against aquatics with Supercharge and Peck, you'll want either the Power Speed PS or Power Balance PB breed. Both come with 273 power, though the PB has a little more health. The spider will only show up as a secondary pet in a battle, making it a little difficult to hunt for specifically here. You might have better luck waiting for another zone, like the Stone Talon Mountains. The spider comes in 2 skins, beige and light green, and green and yellow, and 3 breeds. Spiders are another one of the copy-paste pets where we have quite a few with the same moveset. If you're missing a speedy spider from your roster, I'd say go for a pure speed or SS breed. Or if you already have one, grab a speed balance or SB to give up a little speed for a little more power and health. The snowy owl can be found scattered around Winterspring, but there's a catch. This pet is one of the seasonal pets and can only be found during winter. What this means is that when the winter solstice begins on the 21st of December, though some years it'll start on the 22nd, this pet will spawn until March 20th, though some years it ends on the 19th. Once the spring equinox happens, this pet will no longer spawn until next winter. That said, the snowy owl comes in 1 skin and 3 breeds. All the breeds are speedy at over 300, but the speed balance or SB breed will get you 322 speed, which might be what you need to remain faster than the enemy so you can use quills more effectively. Around patch 4.0.3, the Azure Whelpling was made a world drop, though technically it's more of a zone drop since it only drops in Winterspring. A zone drop means it can drop from any mobs, barring NPCs that spawn in the zone. According to Warcraft Pets, the Azure Whelpling has about a 1 in 10,000 chance to drop, though people have reported higher drop rates from certain mobs. You can check out Wowhead for the list of mobs it drops from and sort by percentage. The Whelpling comes in 1 breed, 1 skin, and is cageable, so you can purchase it from the auction house. However, if you're looking to double up on a farm, you can combine your Azure Whelpling farm with the pet we'll go over next, the Digusting Oozeling. These are the mobs that you can farm in Winterspring for a chance at the Digusting Oozeling pet. The Digusting Oozeling is more of a true world drop on Azeroth that has a chance to drop from the oozing bag, which in turn drops off of oozes, slimes, and worms. According to Warcraft Pets, the bag drop is about 1 in 25, whereas the pet drop chance from the bag is 1 in 85. If you're going to farm either of these pets, you might as well combine the farm for a chance to sell any extras you may come across. This pet also comes in 1 breed, 1 skin, and is cageable, so you can also purchase it from the auction house if you don't want to farm for it. The Winterspring Cub is sold on the vendor Michelle Durham in Everlook for 50 gold, and she has an unlimited supply. This NPC is a tribute to a longtime pet collecting player, Durham, sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly, whose first name in real life is Michelle. And that's it for Winterspring, so on to Felwood. Felwood is a strip of land located between Darkshore and Mount Hyjal, and the pet level is 14 to 15. The pets with asterisks by their names are the ones that can also be found in other zones, so you'll see them on other lists that come up. The Minfernal spawn location can be found north of Bloodvenom Falls, and at some point Blizzard did increase their spawn rate, making this pet much easier to get than in previous years. The Minfernal comes in 1 skin and 6 breeds. Again, the best breed for this pet will depend on what you want to do. For its actual attacks, you'll probably want the Pure Power or PP breed, but if you plan on using it as an explode pet, you're better off going with the Pure Health or HH breed. The Tainted Cockroach can be found in various locations in Felwood. The Tainted Cockroach comes in 1 skin and 4 breeds. Most of the time, cockroaches are used for Apocalypse. That's about it. This move requires the pet that casts it to be alive when it drops, so you might want to go heavy on the health, but usually you're applying Apocalypse and switching your cockroach out. If you plan on doing more with it, you might want the Health Speed or HS breed to utilize the bonus hit to flank, and to apply survival faster, but generally you won't see much use for these pets beyond Apocalypse and surviving it. The Tainted Moth can be found in sporadic locations in Felwood. The tainted moth comes in 4 skins: blue with purple wings, red with green wings, white and black spots, and yellow with blue wings, and 3 breeds. Since none of these breeds are particularly speedy, I'd go with either the Power Speed PS breed for power, or the Health Speed HS breed for more health to keep your flying racial buff a little longer. There aren't many spots the tainted rat doesn't spawn in Felwood, so you should be able to find it easily. The tainted rat comes in 1 skin and 1 breed, making this a pretty easy decision because there are none to be made. The toad can be found mostly around the slime pools in the zone. The toad comes in 1 skin and 3 breeds. There aren't any real standout stats for this pet, but your best bet is probably the health power or HP breed. This will limit your use of tongue lash, but there are faster frogs if you're looking to use that, whereas this little extra bit of power can help with just about all of the toad's other moves. These are the mobs you can farm in Felwood for a chance at the Digusting Oozeling pet in this zone. The Digusting Oozeling is a world drop on Azeroth that has a chance to drop from the oozing bag, which in turn drops off oozes, slimes, and worms. According to Warcraft Pets, the bag drop is about 1 in 25, whereas the pet drop chance from the bag is 1 in 85. This pet comes in 1 breed, 1 skin, and is cageable, so you can purchase it from the auction house if you don't want to farm for it. And that's it! We've completed our visit to Moonglade, Winterspring, and Felwood for pet collecting around Azeroth and beyond. On our next stop, we'll be visiting Mount Hyjal. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you for stopping by, and happy battling!